Bueno, señores, tenemos en este momento una información de última hora. Estamos descubriendo nuevos detalles sobre la fiscal general la fiscal general del estado de Florida, Letitia James, donde enfrentará nuevas acusaciones en su contra. La verdad siempre sale a la luz y esta vez le tocó a la reina de la persecución política, Letitia James, la misma fiscal general de Nueva York que ha dedicado años a atacar al presidente Donald Trump. Ahora está bajo investigación penal por algo que ella misma juró combatir: fraude hipotecario. Sí, lo escuchaste bien. La Oficina Federal de Investigaciones, el FBI, ha abierto una investigación formal contra Letitia James por su presunta implicación en un escándalo de fraude relacionado con préstamos e hipotecas manipuladas. Letitia James acusó a Trump de inflar valores inmobiliarios, pero ahora es ella quien está siendo investigada por maniobras financieras turbias. La que se presentaba como la defensora del pueblo resulta tener cadáveres financieros en el closet. ¿Dónde está la prensa ahora? ¿Dónde están los demócratas? ¿Dónde están los titulares escandalosos? ¿O acaso la justicia solo importa cuando se trata de destruir a Donald Trump? Hoy vamos a hablar sobre esta mujer que ven en pantalla, que ha estado en el foco de los medios de comunicación, porque esta mujer inclusive se casó con su propio padre, haciéndose pasar como su esposo, para obtener jugosos préstamos hipotecarios. Desde que asumió el cargo, Letitia James convirtió su oficina en un instrumento de guerra política. Prometió ir tras Donald Trump sin pruebas, sin fundamentos legales sólidos, solo por un odio ideológico hacia los republicanos. Ahora, irónicamente, ella es quien enfrenta las consecuencias legales. Y lo más impactante es que esta investigación podría terminar en cargos federales, lo que abriría la puerta a una posible inhabilitación, arresto o incluso prisión. Sí, señores, como pueden ver en pantalla, según los informes, la Oficina Federal de Investigación, el FBI, ha abierto una investigación penal sobre la fiscal general de Nueva York, Letitia James, que ha atacado al presidente Donald Trump con respecto al fraude hipotecario. Miren esto, el director de la Agencia Federal de Finanzas de Vivienda, William, solicitó recientemente al Departamento de Justicia de Estados Unidos que investigara a Letitia James, el Distrito Norte de Nueva York, donde fue dirigida la referencia de William, que es el director de Agencia Federal de Finanzas de Vivienda. Este sujeto alegó que Letitia James falsificó registros para obtener préstamos favorables en dos casas, una residencia en Virginia y otra residencia en Brooklyn. Según los informes, Letitia James indicó que la casa en Virginia sería su principal residencia, mientras se desempeñaba como fiscal general de Nueva York. También está acusada de tergiversar el número de unidades en la casa de Brooklyn. Ella podría enfrentar cargos que incluyen fraude electrónico, fraude postal, fraude bancario y declaraciones falsas a una institución financiera. Última hora, Letitia James podría enfrentar 30 años de prisión federal y una multa de $1 millón. Mintió en una solicitud de préstamos para obtener mejores tasas de intereses e incluso menciona a su padre como su esposo cuando era falso. Vamos a ver esta entrevista. Escuchen esto.
Mortgage fraud. James denies the allegations and says she's being targeted by the Trump administration. For more on this, let's bring in Fox News Sunday anchor and chief legal correspondent Shannon Bream. So what's this case about, and does the Justice Department have a case?
So there are allegations that she did not give proper information on loan documents, possible mortgage documents about primary residence, things that would have given her a better loan system to work with, more favorable terms. She and her attorney are completely denying it. They say this is complete revenge. And listen, presumed innocent. That's the great thing about our system. And an investigation is one thing. Do you get to charges? Do you get to a trial? I don't know, but Democrats have been telling us for years, as they did when she brought charges against President Trump, no one's above the law. You got to work through the process in the system, and we'll see how far it goes with her.
So essentially, she's being charged with something very similar to what she charged Donald Trump.
Bueno, resulta que ahora ha aparecido nada más y nada menos que el exalcalde de Nueva York, Rudy Giuliani, donde en este programa con Benny Johnson le dice que ya no vamos a darle más plazos a esta mujer, que esté libre como si nada. Es hora de que Letitia James enfrente la justicia por malversación de fondos financieros.
And you say that you're very proud of the speed at which the Trump administration is moving. Letitia James is obviously quite a big target. We call her Big Tish on this program, and it seems like she's in hot water quite bigly. What's your take on this, Mr. Mayor?
Well, my take on it is that they've created for some people an equivalency between what she did and what the administration is doing. What she did is in both she and Bragg, both cases, is create a crime that doesn't exist, and produce false evidence to support it. I just remind you of the evaluation of Mar-a-Lago at $18 million. Every time I live in Palm Beach, and I look at 40, 50, 60, $80 million 4-bedroom homes. This thing is worth, you pick the price. It's one of these priceless places. If I said $500 million, you jump at it. If I said $1 billion, I might be closer to it. The guy absolutely lied. I mean, he should create a value. I've never heard of a fraud case where nobody lost money. The definition of fraud is, putting people at disadvantage, hurting them. She's charged with saying that you live in, Virginia or Maryland when you're the attorney general in New York. That's a pretty big lie on a loan application. Maybe there's no explanation for that. Saying that a building is smaller than it actually is, you cheat people out of the amount of money they're going to loan or their security and collateral. They actually get cheated. And there's plenty more. These are things that anybody be prosecuted for. And I remember she was the one that constantly said, nobody is above the law. Well, if we were to ignore the fact that she put herself in a marriage with her father in order to save money, cheat people out of money, who could justify that? The only problem is, does it get tried in New York? And our New York jury is just as bad the other way. I mean, they'll convict anything that smells Trump. If she puts up, Trump is coming after me, are they going to have a hard time? Now, it is a federal case, right? I think it's a federal case, and you tend to get a better jury.
Entonces, la situación es la siguiente. Vamos a dejar que Letitia James se salga con la suya. Este caso no es solo sobre Letitia James, es sobre la credibilidad del sistema judicial en Estados Unidos. Vamos a permitir que fiscales politizados usen su poder como arma mientras cometen los mismos delitos que acusan. Vamos a permitir que fiscales politizados que fueron en contra de Donald Trump e hicieron lo mismo salgan impunes de estos cargos federales. Donald Trump ha sido víctima de una cacería de brujas sin precedente el año pasado, donde gastó millones y millones de dólares en defensa. Y vamos a permitir que Letitia James se salga con la suya, señores. Pero el guión está cambiando y esta vez es Letitia James quien está en el centro de este escándalo. Y Rudy Giuliani dice, es hora de que la Fiscalía de Nueva York tome acción. y es hora de que esta mujer sea encarcelada. Porque ¿cómo es posible que se va a casar con su papá? Te quiero hacer una pregunta. ¿Tú te casarías con tu papá para engañar al sistema bancario y que te den un préstamo? Respóndemelo aquí en los comentarios.
Jury in a federal case, because you're talking about a much bigger pool of people for a federal case. So we might get a fair trial there. But this has to be tried. I mean, it's ridiculous to fight the U.S. Attorney's Office. It's public. She's the Attorney General. She lied about her residence and her marital status in order to cheat people out of money. Pretty cut and dry.
You would predict prison time.
If she got convicted?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Sure. I mean, she maybe not if she were just a regular person. This is where having public office probably disadvantages you. But the fact that she had public office and she's really lying to the people of the state that she's a resident about her residency, and she's putting people in jail aggressively, and here she is involved in fraud. It sounds like a prison, at least some form of prison to deter other public officials from doing the same thing. I think if she was just a regular citizen messing around with a loan application and it was a first offense, I'm not sure I'd put her in jail.
So, interesting times, good things to come.
Fascinating. I think it's the most interesting times in the. I'm 80 years old, soon to be 81, and it's the most interesting. And I've been through. My recollection begins with the Korean War. I was born as the Second World War ended, but I was interested. My family was very interested in politics. So from the time I was a child, my mother and father were discussing communism and the danger of communism. And one was a Republican, the other was a Democrat. But my father was a Democrat who now would be a bigger Republican than my mother. He was an anti-communist Democrat, aggressively anti-communist. And he switched somewhere along the way. I don't remember, but now he'd be sitting there saying, how could I have belonged to that party? I don't know what's wrong with him. There's something seriously wrong at the highest level of that party because they do too many things that are irrational, like wanting dangerous criminals back among us, people who commit crimes like they want to bring them back. I mean, and they can't seem to pick their issues against Trump. I mean, Trump could really, really destroy them by kind of making up issues and then just suckering them into being against it. I go back to the wall. For years, they were all in favor of the wall. On record, there's video of Schumer and Pelosi, wall.